And I move very quickly to our reporter, Ziyanda Ngobo, who is also keeping an eye on this. Ziyanda, as I sit here, I'm seeing the supporters trying to move this fence as police have come out in their full force here, trying to control this crowd.
Let's go, let's go. Huh? Yes. Well, I can tell you that the situation here is escalating. The barbed wire has just been pulled back, and I can tell you that we've just seen smoke. There's Bongani Bongo trying to make his way inside. There's Carl Niehaus, Supra Mahumapilo. They're trying to get inside the courtroom, but the smoke, I can tell you, has been there. We go. Look at the barbed wire. It's being pulled back. There we go. A very tense situation unfolding outside the Bloemfontein Magistrate Court, and we are going to try and move back a bit so as to not get hurt. One of the police officials has just told us to be careful, but you can see supporters forcibly pulling it, or to my left, they are pulling the barbed wire, and there is a plea from one of the leaders here for them to stop. We are moving closer, Mpo. The situation is getting out of hand from all angles. Whether I look to my left or my right, you have supporters trying to pull the barbed wire. From where I'm standing, there's a lot of anger from these supporters, and you can see the smoke, Dimpo. It seems like there was a T-shirt of the ANC that was being burnt down. So from all vantage points, I can tell you, tense is the word I can use to describe what's unfolding right now. And you can still see to my right, Carl Niehaus, Supra Mahumapilo, the former Northwest Premier, trying to call for calm, but these pleas are falling on deaf ears. And, the law enforcement agencies have been standing by, but it seems as though they are beginning to form a guard of honor, a human shield of sorts. And to my left then, let's take you to another vantage point. I already told you from all angles, this situation is fast escalating. Senzo, let's pull back a bit here. This barbed wire is being pulled back and forth. It's being yanked by these supporters, and really, there doesn't seem to be much control over the crowds, my left, right, behind me. At any point in time, this situation could escalate. You can see this police official holding what seems to be metal, trying to pull the barbed wire back to its original vantage point. But the supporters are being belligerent at this point, and we're going to try keep moving back as we also try, maintain some semblance of safety. We're now moving behind the police shield, and as the police pull the barbed wire, the supporters are pulling it back, and we're fast moving. As you can see, our visuals getting a bit shaky there because of how volatile the situation is right now, Mpo. Really a tense standoff between the authorities and supporters who've come out to show solidarity with the Secretary General of the ANC. I'm going to just keep quiet for now while we allow you to actually, as you can hear, ANC, ANC, ANC. Oh, I beg your pardon, they're screaming ACE, not ANC. Of course, as we know, in support of Magashule, we are now being pushed behind the police guard that has been set up here. So really, I can tell you that there's a lot of anger and frustration from supporters, against the security measures that have been set up here. The barbed wire, of course, being erected earlier on this morning, as you can hear them. All right, one of the leaders, there's Tony Yengeni. His bag getting caught onto the barbed wire there, but of course, the supporters singing Ace. That's a name he got because Ace Magashule is, of course, a soccer player, and that name stuck with him throughout the years. But of course then bringing you to what's expected today at 10 a.m. is when court proceedings are expected to get underway. The supporters are now singing Wenzeni U-Ace. It's a song that's similar to what we hear former President Jacob Zuma supporters singing when they say Wenzeni uZuma, what has Ace done? And of course, this forms part of the discussions we've heard taking place over the last couple of months, weeks rather, saying that there's a conspiracy, a political conspiracy against the ANC Secretary General, that Magashule is being targeted by law enforcement agencies that have now been captured. We've heard discussions about the enemy now being within the liberation movement, and so the songs that are being chanted by the supporters here is giving credence to that particular discussion. You can see the placards. KZN is here, Mpumalanga is here, Northwest is here. Some of them read, "No white monopoly capital stooge will remove our Secretary General from office." And as I've already mentioned, from all vantage points, these supporters really not holding back. We saw the barbed wire being pulled back, and we can now see that the MK-MVA supporters who've come out here are now trying to manage the situation. It's touch and go, touch and go. We don't know how much longer then this barbed wire will remain, but we are now seeing police officers carrying metal to try and pull it back, and so the situation for now is under control.